What is up? Welcome back to Friday Fuel, from unknown to unforgettable. I'm super excited for this topic that we got going on today. But as you guys are coming in, you already know, drop in the comments where you guys are coming in from. I'm coming in from Phoenix, Arizona. And so it's definitely getting really hot. It's about 110 now, which is crazy. It's super hot. Drop in the comments where you guys are coming in from. You guys are probably coming in a place where it's probably a little bit better, I would say. The weather's a little bit nicer, and as you guys are coming in, again, drop in the comments where you guys are coming in from. And we're live every single Friday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific time. So we have let StreamYard view your comments coming in from Houston, Texas. I love it. So let StreamYard view your comments right here, just so I can click on the comment and show it on the screen. But today we're going to be diving deep into everything that you need to know to scale to $10,000 a month as a life insurance agent, especially selling final expense over the phone, right? So if you guys don't know who I am, I'm the host, Johnny Nitafan, and we've been doing this podcast for almost a year now. And so this is a Friday Fuel podcast. It was from unknown to unforgettable. We moved into Friday Fuel. So it's kind of a mix of both now, but this is mainly just Friday Fuel. What up, y'all? Ryan's coming in, which I love. And so I'm really excited to talk about this topic because this is something I'm really, really, really passionate about, something that I really enjoy. And I'm growing an agency around this. This exact topic is, hey, how do you get somebody in and starting to sell life insurance? And so there's a lot of different products that you can start off in, right? There's a lot of different products that you can do, whether that's mortgage protection, IULs, annuities, Medicare, health insurance, ACA. There's tons and tons of different lines of insurance, life insurance, especially, that you can sell. But then in insurance in general, you got health insurance, you got property and casualty. There's a lot of different insurances and opportunities within the space. However, what we're going to be talking about is life insurance. So think about insurance as the kind of umbrella, and then we have under that, we have the subsets of property and casualty, which is like home and auto. We have health insurance, ACA, Medicare. Then we have life insurance. Then under life insurance, there's more subsets to that, right? So there's the kind of what I was mentioning just before: fixed index annuities, index universal life policies, term insurance, whole life, cash value life insurance. There's a lot of different types of life insurance that there is. And so I want to give you everything that you need to know to start making $10,000 a month selling life insurance over the phone, all from home, right? So I've been able to do this, got into the final expense space, been doing simplified issue life insurance for over a year now, sold over $500,000 in my first 12 months of selling life insurance. And then what's awesome is that just in this past year, issued over $200,000 just all over the phone from home as a solo producer. Now we're starting to grow the agency and want to give the same exact systems and processes that took me a long time to build, give them to you guys so that you can help scale your agency as well. So I really want to give everything that you will need to know to start making that in this. So this is from when you just got licensed. What are the next steps? That's the question that you might be asking, of like, okay, I got in this industry because I want to make money. How do I do that? And that's a great question that you have to ask, of like, what's the actual blueprint? What's the pathway to get, like, yeah, I want to be able to get to the 40, 50, 60,000 a month mark, but how do I get to $10,000 first? Because that's the hardest jump. Hardest jump is from 0 to 10,000, because when you get to 20,000, it's just the same thing you did to 10,000. You just do more of and more leads. And then you do to get to 40,000, same thing, just more dials and more leads. It's a consistent flow, right? So you have to get paid right away. So the first thing that I want to break down a lot of different things. We're going to be talking about lead types, what leads you should be working, what your activity should look like, the trainings that you should be doing, as well as if you should hand dial, appointment set. There's going to be a lot of back and forth. If you guys have any questions, drop it in the comments now or throughout this. And so I'll be able to, we could kind of make this interactive. Okay. So the number one thing when you just start out, right? So you just start out, you just got your license. What is the next step practically for me? So the next step that you want to take is you want to get contracted with an IMO. There's a lot of different out there. Find somebody who has what you want, do what they do, and you'll be able to get what they got. One of my mentors before have taught me that, and it's held true so much because you want to find somebody who has the life that you want or has the business accomplishments that you desire and has done it and has laid the path for you, and you want to find somebody who does that. So the first step is finding a mentor, finding a coach. Coach Burr always talks about you have to have a coach. You have to have somebody to continue to push. And the reality is not all great coaches were great players, but they can help navigate you through that whole process. But in insurance, you want to find somebody who's in the game with you right now, somebody who's selling, because here's the thing. You want to find somebody who's been able to sell the policies, knows the lead types, knows that stuff so that they can guide you and give you a step-by-step process to get there. So that's the first step, is finding a mentor, finding an agency that you can fit into, that you can plug into, that has good culture, that has leads, that has all the systems in place that's simple so that you can help and scale further. So that's the first step, is finding an agency what I'd recommend is having at least getting about a 90% commission level at least, and then going from there, right? So there's all different IMOs out there. So that's just kind of the just starting there. So you get an agency, you have that locked in, you have your license, you have your contracts with an agency. Now, what do I do? So the next step from there is you want to hammer trainings. You want to be listening to audio. So you want to find a place that has trainings that you can listen to over and over and over and over again. If you guys haven't checked out my YouTube channel, or if you guys are watching this on YouTube, go check out my live sales calls. Just look up Johnny Nitafan live sales calls, or just look up Johnny Nitafan, and then there's live sales calls. I have 6 of them. I have more posting coming soon, but those are some basics to look out for if your agency doesn't have any audio. So go check those out, because that's what you want to do, is you want to listen to the top people in your agency. This is a little hack that I learned. You want to listen to people's audios in your agency, and you want to just immerse yourself in it constantly. So when I'm at the gym listening to audio, like when I was just starting out, when I was going to the gym, listening to audios, when I was driving, listening to audios, like constantly going to that university and continuing to learn the lessons that I need to learn, because you're just immersing yourself in this business, right? You want to fully immerse yourself in the business, because the learning curve can be really, really, really steep if you let it. But if you attack it head on, you can ensure that you're going to have a lot more success in the insurance industry, right? So you want to get on trainings. You want to start listening. If your team has calls, you want to start immersing yourself in the culture. You want to start listening to the audios and getting, okay, what's a premium? Okay, how do people present? How do people close? How do people overcome objections? What's their tonality look like? How do you master the first 30 seconds of a call? All these different things that you want to learn, you have to get those right away. Like, you have to start listening to these audios, and you want to continue on the path to self-development. The self-development journey never stops, and especially starts right when you get your license. It's not, okay, you got your license, that's the achievement. That's actually the very start of the whole journey, right? So you want to start listening to audios, and you want to start role playing with people. You want to start getting with people where you could role play with, that you can say, hey, get me, I'm not interested. Get me, I need to think about it. Get me, I need to talk to my spouse. Get me, hey, this, that, whatever. Get those objections. Hey, I don't want to give my social out. What do you say? Hey, perfect, to not a problem. Most of our clients have felt the exact same way as you have, but what we found is da-da-da-da-da-da, right? You want to be able to spit those out. Boom, 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 boom. You want to spit those out constantly. So you want to role play. So there's training, and then there's role playing. So you want to do both, because it's like, I can go out and I can watch as many golf videos as humanly possible. I can watch golf all day. I could watch basketball all day. I could watch Steph Curry play. But if I never practice, like, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to get better. So what you got to do is you have to watch your film. So it's like, imagine Steph Curry, right? You want to watch your film. You want to watch film. Check, okay, how are the best players doing it? I'm trying to watch Steph Curry, bang. Oh, dang, he does these dribbles, he does these crossovers, he shoots like this, whatever it is. So you watch that. And then the second thing you want to do is you want to implement. You want to take that, implement. One thing that has served me really well and that I see most, like the most successful agents take massive action and they implement things really well. So what you want to do is you want to watch the trainings, watch whatever it is, how to overcome that objection, and you want to be role playing that. Oh, okay. So he said, I need to think about it. He overcame it like this. This is exactly my word track to be able to overcome that. So now you're getting quick feedback, boom, and implementing it and cementing it in your head over and over and over and over and over again constantly, right? So you're like, okay, this is the power phrase you use when your intros. This is what Johnny was saying. Okay, this is what I'm going to do now. Boom. Hey, perfect. That's exactly what I'm calling here. Life insurance isn't everybody's favorite topic. I know we can both agree this is an important one. Boom. All right, cool. Now I got that one. Now we're going on to the next one. We're just continuing to go over and over and over again. So you want to get the training down and you want to find somewhere that has good training, and then you want to get a role play partner. It's somebody that has done it for a while or not. You just want somebody who's going to be a sounding board that can help you out with that can role play with you, that can throw objections at you. So that is the first one. You have to get proper training on how to take the application. It's very simple. When you have a simple duplicatable system, all you need to learn is how to sell insurance. And that's what's cool is what we're doing here at Native Fan Financial is we created the system, the simple duplication system, to where you could come in, start making $10,000 a month your first 1 to 3 months, partnering with me. So that's what's awesome. So if you want to join, or if you want more information, comment the word team or DM me the word team. I'll get you more information on that. So that's the first thing, right? So the first thing is you have to get trainings. You have to get in the game. You have to start entering into that game. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to focus on the activity. You want to focus, how can I get 5 to 7 presentations every single day, right? So the goal is to get 25 to 35 presentations per week, because that's when the magic starts happening. When you start running presentations, you have to do a little bit more, but when you're doing that constantly, you start getting better, you start passing the learning curve. If you're doing 25 to 35 presentations a day, you should be at $5 to $10,000 a week in production. My goal every week is, how do I get to 35 to 40 presentations a week? Because I'm trying to do 10 to 15,000 a week, and just consistently filling that pipeline over and over and over again. And the people you don't close, say you close 10 out of 30, well, you have 20 people who said they didn't want to buy today, but maybe you call them next week and you got the pipeline going over and over and over again. What's cool is that this week I was like, my pipeline was like, okay, like I felt like I was kind of like, it felt like in this slump. I was like, I got to build momentum. I got to practice what I preach. How do I build momentum, get quick wins? Well, I start going through my people who I didn't close on the first call, because I do one call closes, and that's what our agency does. Call somebody back, bang, get them on the phone, close the deal from just all I needed was the banking information. They thought about it. Perfect. I'm ready to move forward. Let's make this happen. And there you go. So now you have the pipeline continuing to flow, because if you're doing 120 to 150 presentations a month, that should equal out, because like my closing rate 42%. So you take 150 times 0.42, that's 63, right? That's 63 applications a month. You want to continue to see how many sales can you do per week, because average commissions say $800 to $1,000. Well, 63, well, that's a good payday, right? So I'm not doing 63 yet, but that's the goal. How do I solve for that? So your activity should always be presentations. Get presentations, get people to talk to. That's the biggest problem to solve consistently, because the person who continues to get in front of people and talks to the most highly qualified prospect the most times humanly possible, that's who is going to win. So your goal as a new insurance agent wanting to scale to $10,000 a month is, how do I get 25 to 35 presentations every single week? That's it. So however that looks, whether that's age leads, new leads, I recommend new leads. Start on age leads just to cut your teeth. You'll get objections. Answer rate's a little bit higher than the new leads, but or it's kind of the same, honestly. But what I will say is that you have to just pound the phone. The person who makes the most calls is going to do the most presentations, which will lead to, and even, hey, even if you're getting live transfers, whatever it is, whatever way that you can get 25 to 35 presentations where you're asking somebody, you're quoting and asking for the sale and getting a yes or no. You're asking for the sale constant, like in that presentation. That's what a presentation is. So how do you do that 5 to 7 times every day? And that's what you're really doing to work, because that should take 30 minutes to an hour to do working. That's 5 hours of talk time. That's what your goal is, 5 to 7 presentations every day. So if you're taking notes, 5 to 7 presentations every single day, that's what your activity should look like. Now, if you want it to go higher, then you want to go 10 presentations a day. Activity leads to activity. Exactly. So the more activity that you put in, the more appointments that you do, the more presentations that you run, the more apps that you're going to take, the more sales that you're going to make. And what's cool is you continue getting better and better and better and better and filling that pipeline over and over and over again. And now you have this wheel that's like, okay, maybe they don't buy today, maybe they buy next week. Boom. Well, that you didn't count for that 35 presentations. Well, you just added another one and then another one, and boom, boom, boom. And they start falling. And then now I'm trying to work on my referral game of, hey, talking to the beneficiary. Hey, who's going to be your beneficiary? All right, cool. Do they know they're your beneficiary? Perfect. Call them. Hey, do you accept responsibility of them being your beneficiary? And this is a quick tip. This is a quick referral training, how to get them. And this is what I learned today. I'm going to be implementing it. I'll let you guys know how it goes, because you have free leads that you can get from those referrals. So you say, hey, who's going to be your beneficiary? Perfect. Do they know? If they say no, perfect. I just need to call them real quick. What's their number? Go ahead and call them. What's their emergency contact phone number? You call them up and say, hey, do you accept responsibility of this? They say yes. Perfect. When's the time that I can talk 10 to 15 minutes to you about what it means to be a beneficiary, and I'll kind of talk with you about what coverage your mom got you or whatever. So then you call them, and then you just say, hey, if something were to happen to you, do you have any protection in place? And you will kind of go through that. Boom, another presentation. Now you just got 2 presentations on one lead that you paid for, and you got free leads. And then you continue that cycle over and over and over again. So I'm excited to try that. I know that that's worked. That's a training that I was listening to this morning that I'm excited to implement. So I just want to share it with you guys. So that is the how to get referrals from that. So activity. When you're just starting out, focus on the activity. Don't focus on the results as much. Have a mentor, have a trainer that's going to help and coach you through that, right? Help coach you through exactly what you need to know, how you can critique objections you may be coming. But hey, 25 to 35 presentations every single week. Think about that. If you didn't hit that on Friday, you're working Saturday. Maybe you have to work Sunday, especially when you're starting out. Like, you have to get that cash flow going, right? So next I'm going to talk about leads, because the higher quality leads you get, the more presentations you'll be able to get. There's tons of leads, right? There's direct mail leads. So what that is we send out a mail drop form. You send that out, and somebody fills it out. Hey, it says like, you may qualify for $35,000 of life insurance. You're entitled to $35,000 of life insurance coverage. Respond back if you want more information or something like that. I don't know the exact verbiage of it, but that's what a direct mail piece has. When we send them out to people's homes, they fill it out, send it back. So you can definitely do that. You can definitely use that method, but they're more expensive. They're continuing to go up, $35, $50 per lead. And that's better for face-to-face. Now, in terms of telesales, there's a few different lead types, right? So there's digital instant leads, somebody that fills out the ad and you get it right away into your CRM. There's also live transfers, where people call into a TV commercial that they saw on like television, and they go to a fronter, and that fronter warm transfers you. Those are inbound transfers. Those are hot leads as well. There's also callbacks. So if somebody's calling a list, or a VA is calling somebody and they got somebody on the phone and they're cool to get a call back, that's a callback. So there's a lot of different options and a lot of different lead types that you can do. I recommend just finding one and like sticking with it, right? So if you find a solid lead vendor, stick with it. Sometimes maybe you diversify, but for now I'm I'm just working Facebook leads and live transfers, right? And so what you want, like in this, like here, I'll kind of break down a few of them, right? So direct mail is mainly for face-to-face because you can go and actually show up in person and say, hey, you filled this form out. And I don't know the exact scripts that you could use, but like I've door knocked a little bit. It's honestly not my favorite. Walked into houses before that were really scary. I mean, I was in my first two homes because I couldn't make a sale on the phone. I actually went into my first two homes and I spent about 6 to 7 hours in those two homes. I took apps on both people, but it was a nightmare. And it was honestly really scary because one of them, there was like knives hanging from the ceilings and like it was like Halloween inside of there. And it was like not even Halloween, it was August or is April. So it was really weird and it was like sketchy and there's like all these crumbs on the table. So I was like, I don't want to do this, but I'm willing to do it to make money. So that's what you want to do in terms of, that's what direct mail leads are good for. Now, Facebook or digital leads are good because you can get a lot of them in volume and they tend to be a little bit cheaper. And so it's somebody filling out a form, they see a video on Facebook, they see a video on TikTok, they see a video on YouTube, they fill out a form, you get it instantly. That's what's awesome about that is you could get it instantly and you call within 5 minutes. There's an MIT study that was done that if you call leads within 5 minutes, your closing rate astronomically goes up. So call your leads within 15 minutes. That's just a little pro tip. So there's Facebook, like instant digital social media ad leads to where they fill out a social media ad, you call them and you close. So there's that. That's what I do. And that's what my agency does because it's good to use it in volume. It's a great place to start because there's profitability. There's a lot of at-bats you can get that they're just a great lead source. What I will say is they might not be the highest quality, but there's still, and what's up, Facebook user, just let StreamYard view your comment, but what's up? So what you want to do is in that you want to get a ton of volume of Facebook leads or digital leads, and you just want to do the volume game with that because they're not going to be the highest quality because they'll fill out multiple forms. That's okay. But they may be just exclusive to you from that ad because these people tend to fill out multiple forms, but they're great leads and you can do a lot in volume and they're high profitability. And so it's a great place to learn. Now, inbound warm transfer leads, people calling in from a TV commercial, these are people who see a TV commercial and they call in. They're serious, right? They're serious. They're making that buying decision when they're calling in. Yeah, they may give you some smoke screens, but that's how we always do. And so those are great leads, but you have to play the numbers with those. You have to put more in. You have to play the game more. You have to put more money into it so that you can make more money back, right? So you have to put more money in. It's not a great place to start as a beginner, and here's why. Because you want to master your craft of selling insurance at first. So Facebook leads, yeah, you may have to dig a little bit. It's like digging for gold. You dig. Boom, found one. Like yesterday, sold a 6-week-old lead. Last week, sold like a 4-week-old lead. So like there's money in the pipeline, and those are leads that I already paid for weeks and weeks and weeks ago. So Facebook leads are a great place to start. Warm transfers, there's a place where you're like, hey, trying to buy back some time. You don't have to make dials, but you pay for that. So at first, you either have time or money. So as you continue at the start, you just have time. So get Facebook leads, get those up and running, bang, 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 make a few sales, and continue to reinvest. Whenever you get a commission, all right, cool. Set aside 50% for leads. All right, now I'm buying more leads. And continuing to flip. Now you got a bankroll going. Now you have money saved. So now what you want to do is you maybe want to buy some more. And so maybe you can duplicate, hey, or maybe you get 5 to 10 transfers every single day. You guarantee close pretty much 3 based on your closing percentage. You average 3 apps a day without dialing. Now you're helping build an agency. And that's kind of my thought process with that. But that's what you want to do for that. So yeah, it's high intent, but you're paying premium for the lead. So yeah, there's always gold in leads, even a stack dialed 3 times 3 times 3, grab a Google number, you got new leads. Exactly. So what you want to do for that is the way you work that, and I'll kind of go into that a little bit later, but Facebook leads, you want to dial them 25 at a time, ring, 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 triple dial every time. So those are the Facebook leads. Then there's callback leads. I don't have a lot of experience with those. I've never worked them, but I've seen people with great success on them. They're typically $15, $20 per. Somebody called off a list and they answered. So the upside with those is that they've already answered their phone. So that's how that kind of works. So you want to be aware of that, because what I've heard is you're most likely going to get people who have had Alzheimer's, dementia, people who aren't there all the time because they're like constantly answering their phone, and they may not know who you are, and they just answer for everybody. So you're going to get more guaranteed issue policies, which are lower commission, but hey, they already answered the phone, and that's what you want to do. You just want to optimize for, how do I get 5 to 7 presentations daily? So those are the lead types. I recommend starting with age leads and a mix of new leads. Get a good mix of both. At here in our agency, we say a winning mixture is 20 new and 80 aged, and get those mixed. So as those new are coming in, you want to call those, and then the age leads you're calling when the new leads aren't coming in, and you want to call. So here's the calling sequence on those leads that you want to do. So when you get a stack of leads, especially age leads, what I do is I take a stack of, let's see here. So what I do is I take a stack of 25, and I learned this from John Wetmore, so I didn't take this myself, but I've seen great success with it, is you take a stack of 25, you triple dial through. So that means ring, 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 hang up, ring, 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 hang up, ring, 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 hang up. And you go to the next person, ring, 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 hang up, boom, 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 triple dial, triple dial, triple dial, triple dial, triple dial, all the way down. Then you go through that list again at the same time. And you can use a Google Voice number or CRM number, whatever it is. I dial with my hand, like I hand dial. So I've just seen the best success rate with that. So that's where you want to start in regards to that, is triple dial through those. And then if they don't, like the people who don't answer, the people who do answer, whatever it is, you want to put those, separate those, and then you would call people who don't answer, call those again. And then then you do triple dial all through that again. Then you have maybe like 10 leads left. Triple dial those again. Now you take another stack of 25 and you triple dial all those. And then you take the people who answered out, or the people you set appointments or sold, move those out. Take the people, same thing, triple dial again, take triple dial again, boom. So you did that 3 times, you called those 9 times. Now you take the full stack of people who haven't answered from the first 25, second 25, take all those, probably 20 to 30, maybe 40, triple dial all of those. Then you go to the next set of 25, and you continue doing that over and over and over again. Because here's the thing, follow-up is king. Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Like, follow up on your leads. Call them multiple times. These people, maybe they're at work, maybe they're at home, maybe they're wherever it is, maybe they're in the middle of something they can't answer. Call them again, because if they keep seeing the same number pop up, they're bound to answer sometime. And then you say, hey, and you have a script for that. So that actually leads me into my next point, is hand dialing or appointment setting. So there's a few ways to go about this, especially in the telesales space. So for me, what I've seen the most success on, especially doing final expense, you want to one call close. Term and mortgage protection, those are great to set appointments for, and you want to walk into a day full of appointments. But with final expense, you want a one call close. So literally, a lead comes in, boom, I'm calling. And I want to present right then and there. I want to get them from warmed up, and you want to have a script so that it warms them up to the point where you're ready. You build trust, you build a relationship with them. And in 20 to 30 minutes, you ask them to buy a life insurance policy from you. You're asking for their social, you're asking for their banking, you're getting the signature done, and you're getting a green light, and you're getting an approval. So that's how you do it, right? So I hand dial from there, and I just one call close. Now there's appointment setting to where you can call and say, hey, there's a common thing is, hey, on Mondays we call for Tuesday and Wednesday, and we just set appointments for Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's all we're doing. And so you set it up and set 40, 50 appointments for the week so that you just walk into appointments. Yeah, you're going to get no-showed, but That's kind of the game. And so you walk in and you just you just call your appointments. And so there's two ways to go about it, but for final expense, they're available during the day. Call them and just one call close, just hammer them. And then the next step in that is to getting an appointment setter that's setting appointments for you or sending you transfers, sending you calls throughout the day. They get somebody, warm transfer, boom, hand it over to you. Hey, this is Johnny. He's one of our best agents. He'll take it from here. Boom, close them on the spot. So those are a few different methodologies. For me, I've seen the most success in one call closing people, because here's the reality. These people don't especially the people in the final expense space, they're probably not going to answer their phone again. And so you want to optimize for that time that you get them on the phone. You want to close then and there. Hey, we're getting this deal done right here and right now. So that's a goal. That's the goal that you just hammer in. That's what you're wanting to do. So that's kind of the two. Drop in the comments what you prefer, whether it's one call closing or setting appointments. I actually have one call close videos on my YouTube. Go check that out. Just look up Johnny Nidfan live sales calls. Now you want to have a very simple script, something that you can follow, a very simple question-based framework. You want to build rapport by asking questions and relating the rapport to the product, right? So I'm going to actually make do another training deeper in this. Comment script down below if that's something that you want me to go into more. But these are the necessities that you need to start selling final expense over the phone, because you want to get here's a few tips, and we'll actually wrap up here in a couple minutes. But these are a few tips. This is just bonus content because you guys are people who want to invest in themselves. The first one is you want to get instant approvals. You want to find a carrier and an agency that you can have products that will give you instant approvals, yes or no's. Because if it goes into underwriting, you don't want to do that, because again, you may not be able to get a hold of these people again. So when Miss Mary's on the phone, you want to go and you want to send it to an insurance company. And for me, what's nice is we have one insurance company and carrier that we use so that they can there's guaranteed approval on them. And you just go there and boom. If they don't qualify, you just move and go to the next one. Yeah, one call close is best. I do it with mortgage protection, final expense, whatever. I don't ask. I just tell them what we're doing exactly. So you lead them through the process in that. I love that. So in terms of you want to find an instant approval, something that'll give you a green check mark. Yes, they're approved right now and you're getting paid daily. So especially when you're just starting out, you want to have the cash flow to be able to go, because you buy leads and you need to be able to have more leads for the next week so you can continue writing business. But to do that, you have to get money deposited into your account. So what you want to do is you want to get those instant approvals, the carriers that will approve you right away. And then from there, and make sure the client is covered, build that relationship with them, ask for the referrals, things like that. And you just want to start the cash flow machine, because as you go, you're going to have the pipeline business to where, hey, on the 3rd, I'm getting a $5,000 check because I post-dated some business. But today, hey, I'm getting a commission. And every day that you work, you should get a commission. You work, every day you work, you should get paid. Every day you work, you should get paid. Bang, 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 bang. So that's what happens, right? You buy leads, and the whole goal of the leads is to turn a profit so you can invest more money into the leads, and you just continue doing that. And it's a consistent arbitrage over and 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 over again. So it's not complicated. It's very simple. The reason I chose final expense life insurance is because there's so many seniors, 10,000 seniors every single day turning 65. Talk about a hungry market. Talk about a market that's consistently growing. Then from there, when I continue to build the life insurance agency up to $1 million a month, I'm cross-selling with Medicare. Now we got the residual income for the agents, the agency, everybody's winning, clients are protected. It's a win, 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 win. So we get Medicare going. So then those are things, but you want to focus niche down, one thing, one lead type, start with that, start with hand dialing, keep it simple. Keep the CRMs going, the sequences, automations, have those going in the background as well. But when you're just starting out, this is everything that you need to know, from the trainings, finding a place that gives you instant approvals, having good carriers, doing 5 to 7 presentations every single day, working Facebook leads, age leads, maybe throwing in some transfers, maybe If you have the money to be able to do that and you have mastered the art of sales already, hand dial, all you need is your phone. Don't overcomplicate it. Simple scales, fancy fails. I want to see you guys crush it. I want to see you guys win. I don't want to see you guys just be another statistic of the 92% of insurance to agents fail. I want to see you win. Let's crush it absolutely together. I'm here for you. I want to see you win, and I will see you guys on the next video. I love you guys. Peace out.